This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Wednesday, May the 23rd. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. All political campaigning must end by midnight tonight as the 132 candidates try to pull out all the stops to get the support of voters in preparation for tomorrow's general election. Regional pollster Peter Wickham is predicting a more than 5% swing away from the incumbent Democratic Labour Party and a victory for the main opposition Barbados Labour Party.
The historic reality is that we have small swing elections and big swing elections. 2013 was clearly a small swing election. This one is likely to be a big swing election, largely because the two follow in sequence. So even if I were to set aside any poll data and say, let's look at it purely in terms of history, we're looking at a swing in excess of 5%, bearing in mind that the swing needed to change the government is less than 2%. So even if the swing now were at 5%, we're still looking at a change of government, and that's the reason why I'm inclined to think a change of government is imminent at this stage.
Wickham is also forecasting that the traditional stronghold of the St. John could possibly change hands tomorrow in favor of the BLP.
I think that the Democratic Labour Party is under considerable pressure in St. John. I think that it is historic, unprecedented. And if there were an opportunity for the BLP to prevail in St. John, it would be this election. I don't think that the conditions have been as appropriate for a BLP victory in St. John for a long time. I don't think they have ever existed like this before, and they probably won't exist again for a long time. So we see with great interest. But I am still not prepared to call it, but I would just say that I think a victory of the BLP there is definitely more possible now than it has ever been before.
Meanwhile, the island's main public sector trade union has issued a workers' manifesto recommending a commission of inquiry into the functioning of the Constitution, along with legal and political reforms. In a 21-page document made available to Barbados Today yesterday, the National Union of Public Workers said many of the 1974 constitutional amendments were retrogressive and contributed to the politicization of the public service and compromised its independence. The union said those amendments also compromised the integrity of the public service and made it unmanageable up to today. The manifesto also suggested that all the laws of Barbados should be prioritized for review by an independent body, starting with the impartial rationalization of the Prime Minister's powers. Now, however, the NUPW says the immediate overall priority should be to fix the economy and rein in the pervasive deviant behavior in the country.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The election clock is ticking as the battle for Bay Street begins. Barbados is ready to vote, and there is only one team you can trust to bring you balanced, comprehensive, unrivaled coverage. Barbados Today, Capital Media HD 99.3 and 6 Gear Studios have teamed up to make sense of it all. Follow the stories, the political rallies, all the happenings on the trail, exclusive interviews, the people say, expert analysis on every media platform. Barbados Votes 2018. We have the campaign covered.
We're back with news from the region now. There are indications that two other political parties may be joining the main opposition St. Lucia Labour Party to get rid of the governing party. The Lucian People's Movement and the Organization for National Empowerment took to the same podium this week during a rally in Vieux-Fort and pledged to replace the Alan Chastanet administration.
This is not a Labour Party issue. This is a St. Lucian issue. Initially, the objective was to get Alan Chastanet and the band of pimps, and I say pimps, I will tell you why, to change course. But now, given the fact that Alan listens to nobody, Alan's glory only in himself, so much so that Alan could be considered and should be considered a narcissist, we have to take the bull by the horn. This should no longer be considered a government. Alan Shastney has now qualified his band of men to be called a regime, and we must save St. Lucia from the Alan Shastney regime.
The fiery James was followed up by an equally fired-up chairman for the Organization for National Empowerment, or ONE, who surprisingly sat amid the SLP MPs on platform. Peter Azzy Alexander says the St. Jude issue is one personal to him, as he was part of an organization which donated a significant sum of money to the rebuilding efforts.
And on the international scene, 2 Republican lawmakers and no Democrats are expected to attend a meeting scheduled for tomorrow to review classified information relating to the U.S. President Donald Trump's suggestion that the FBI might have used an informant to gather information on his 2016 election campaign. More in this Reuters report.
If they had spies in my campaign, during my campaign for political purposes, that would be unprecedented in the history of our country.
President Donald Trump standing firm amid an uproar Tuesday after he pressured the Justice Department to investigate whether his campaign was spied on by the FBI under Barack Obama.
That would be one of the biggest insults that anyone's ever seen, and I think the Department of Justice wants to get down to it, and I can tell you Congress does.
Critics have branded Trump's order an extraordinary breach of norms, and Democrats such as Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer are furious at the power play from Trump, who unleashed a tweet storm against the FBI over the weekend alleging partisan motives when it looked into his 2016 campaign.
The president and his allies only concoct these conspiracies, totally contradicted by well-known facts, to kick up dust.
Democrats are now demanding to be included in a meeting brokered by the White House in which the Justice Department and FBI are expected to show Trump's allies on Capitol Hill classified details on the origins of the FBI probe.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.